Patch notes. All right, let's talk about this. Cho'Gath. Or hold on, let me do this properly. If I'm doing a patch notes, patch rundown, let me do this the right way. Let me make fun of riders. Oh, greetings, right? We got Aether, we got Gentleman Gustav, and Liquidzilla. Whoa, amazing. All right, anyways, what was their summary? Whatever. Cho'Gath's been weak. His last visit to the patch notes. Blah, blah, blah. We're updating Feast to boost the cool aspects of Cho'Gath's colossal bullshit. Yeah. Food memory. Cho'Gath no longer loses Feast stacks on death. Interesting. Feast can now stack infinitely. Only 5 stacks can be gained from minions and non-epic monsters. Though, they don't have to be the first 5. So he's kind of a scaling champ now. That's interesting. Feast no longer heals Cho'Gath when it kills a unit at max stacks. Nomming a 6 minion and non-epic monster doesn't do anything beyond damage. Feast no longer grants 2 stacks on champion kill, or half mana and cooldown refund on minion kill. So now we have a scaling Cho'Gath. Very interesting. So Cho'Gath kind of scales now. So he actually, dude, for real, Cho'Gath seems like he could be pretty strong. I think I would play this. I think I would play this now. I just can't see how it would be bad. Doesn't lose stacks on death, so you can just build him, like, you can build him tanky, and you're pretty much guaranteed perma 5 stacks. Like, I can't see how that's bad. He's got to be good now. I normally don't get too amped about champs getting those buffs, but I think he's going to be a big deal now. He has to be. Bard, movement speed, collecting chimes. Bard's been away from the Rift for a while now. To help the Golden Boy out, we're boosting his wandering skills to help Bard do what Bard does best, roaming and playmaking. Movement speed for each chime beyond the first. Wow. I like Bard, and that's an awesome buff. Roaming Bard is really good when played right. Cassiopeia is now slick fixed a flash ult bug. Cassiopeia's tail now follows her realistically. Ooh. Flashing during ARG no longer resets the direction of the cone. Oh, that's... Yeah, that trick was annoying as fuck. For the advanced Cassiopeia players, or the people that have played against advanced Cassiopeia players, that shit was AIDS. They would, like, flash at you and you would still get stunned. It was fucking retarded. I hated that shit. Corki is getting a nerf. It's not doing as much crazy damage, and that's pretty much expected because he was doing so well in mid. Dopa's historic 100% to like platinum run sticks out in my brain, so that does not surprise me at all. I think Corki would still be all right. I don't think he's like gutted here at all. I just think that he won't have like this crazy mid-game power spike that he's had historically off of those nerfs. Base damage, total attack damage down, ability power down. It just seems like he won't be as strong when he was getting the package rolling early. He was busted, yeah. Jin's slow duration is down. That is a nerf. Jin and Varus have been dominant in bot lane. Katarina has more MR than she's supposed to. Whoops. That's pretty troll. That's just like a really minor nerf. Weird. Maokai's Q is more costly now. Sapling toss. Sapling no longer deal damage when they land. Oh. Nice. That's Maokai nerfs. Maokai's still relevant. That does not remove Maokai at all. So Maokai's still strong. You can play Maokai and push everybody to the tower. You'll be all right. I can't see. I can't see how Maokai loses still. He's still relevant in my opinion. Rise is bullshit, and Q damage versus flux targets is down. Good. Nerf him. Keep nerfing him. Fuck that champ. Yordle Finger Unification Pass. Various Yordle splashes and in-game models. Amazing. Armor Pen items. Lethality was overtuned. We're digging into 3%. Items Black Cleaver, Last Whisper, Lord Dominic's. In each case, generic damage is being shifted into specific strengths desired by the classes those items are meant for. Enforcing Lethality's weaknesses by tightening up its alternatives creates space for other builds to shine. The result of this focus on the broader item system is that we've only got 2 direct nerfs to Lethality, one to Ghostblade, the other to the Precision Mastery. I remember that. Where we go from here will depend on how this patch shakes out, though there's one step we know for certain we'll be taking. Edge of Night's got so much going on that changing it correctly is a more complex challenge than with most others. We want to get this one right, so we'll hold off on lumping it in with our initial batch of changes. Expect nerfs in 7.5. Lethality is down on Ghostblade, and the Black Cleaver is higher health, lower attack damage. This is interesting. An interesting nerf. Everyone's been building Black Cleaver, though, so I can understand why they went with this. The health is higher and the attack damage is down. But the cooldown reduction is still there, right? Right? It's still the same CDR, right? It's 20. They didn't change that. Very interesting nerf. I don't know how that plays out. I can't imagine it being that hard of a nerf. Like, I would still build it. You would still build it on, like, Riven. You would still build it even on, like, Tryndamere. It doesn't hurt that bad. It is a nerf, but it doesn't hurt that bad. I just don't know what specifically it targets. I guess it's a nerf to the champions that use it. If they keep using it, they're weaker. It's just a weird. It just seems like a very specific nerf to me that I don't pick up on it right away what it does. Last Whisper bonus armor pen is up to 45%. Attack damage is down. For marksman, reacting to tanky threats required a 2,700 gold investment. The problem, build an endgame item doesn't pass muster as a reaction. Given how long it takes to bank that much coin, we're letting Last Whisper serve as that reactive purchase on its own at the expense of effectiveness against targets without armor to pierce. Good. I like that. Lord Dominic's regards. Let's see. Deals 1.5 physical damage per 100 maximum health to its targets with greater max health. Far less tolerant of Cleaver's bonus health. Fortunately, this shouldn't impact champs who are happy to buy Lord Dominic's on its own. Interesting. Giant Slayer deals more health. So they're basically giving us more options to deal with tanks. Cool. I like it. Neace, the build path has changed from Whammer to Kindle Gem, so less fast of a spike. I see. Yeah, that makes sense. Black Cleaver, make the item synergize worse with Lord Dominic's, making it worse on Marksman while being better, same on Juggernauts and stuff. Ah, I see. Because people were building, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, the Cleaver change is very interesting because I didn't quite understand the nuance right away. But yeah, the amount of champions that were building Cleaver randomly, I see it's targeting them directly, so they can't just stack up like that. So it makes sense. A Knight's Vow, a support inventory quickly fills up. Sightstone armor is up. Bonus armor when linked is down. Tether range is higher. Cool. Fervor is... Oh, yeah. So I was kind of concerned with this because there's a lot of shit that is being fucked with here on the Mastery. So we're going to talk about that too. A good trade for Fervor Battle Warlord's Bloodlust. A good trade is the first step towards winning a lane. Repeat enough times and you can go for the kill. Hitting minions from range and lifesteal enables marksmen to weather the storm through lost trades far too easily. This is making bot lane pretty non-interactive. If there's no real gain from risking a trade, why bother? We want to make sure trades feel worth the risk, so aggressive bot laners can feel good about creating an advantage. Fervor stacks last longer. Warlord's Bloodlust, that specifically targets bot lane. These. which in by proxy changes top lane a little bit too. Fervor top laners get a buff. So all your like, for me, for like Tryndamere, right? That's a good example. Gets a buff for the Fervor battle shit. However, the mastery nerfs. Ultimately, we want a player's impact to come from the decisions they make and the actions they take in game. Mastery supplement that power, but over time, the amount of power has crept up. We like the gameplay that is created by impactful keystone masteries, but we're looking to trim some of the invisible power from masteries, which only provide passive stats. So they nerf a bunch of shit on the ferocity tree. They nerf a bunch of shit in the cunning tree. And they nerf Fearless in the Resolve tree. Yeah. And then Stealth Trap interactions. The introduction control wars given too many trap disabling effects, leaving trap and land champions in the same position. Stealth champions countered by cheap item trick. We're removing trap disabling from most vision effects, but we want to ensure melee champions can attack the traps they reveal without accidentally stepping on them in the process. Collision radius unchanged. Targetable hitbox is bigger, 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 and bigger. Interesting. Trap revealing adjustments. Sweeping lens no longer disables traps. Control wards no longer disables traps. Duskblade blackout passive no longer disables traps. Still reveals them and still disables wards. Still reveals them, still reveals them. Interesting. Ward reveal rewards. Wards now grant full gold to both the player who revealed them and the player who killed them. Cool. Catch-up experience. Should they ever fall behind in levels, certain champions... Whoa! Whoa! This is actually... Can we... Hold on. This is something I didn't expect. Interesting. Should they ever fall behind in levels, certain champion supports, utility junglers, what have you, have an exceedingly difficult time ever catching back up, even if they manage to contribute to their team's success in the face of that deficit. In some cases, contributing to their team is the reason they fell behind in the first place. See champs who roam between lanes or play into the deep vision game. We want champions to be fairly rewarded for setting up the plays that lead their teams to victory at the expense of their own leveling. We're also keeping the lookout similar changes to stuff like Baron Dragon and turret kills. Earning a kill or assist while below your team's average level now grants bonus experience. Dude. Oh. This is so bad, I think. Teamwork bonus experience kicks in at just over one full level behind your team's average, scaling with XP. The bonus scales slightly more aggressively at first, capping at 60 bonus % experience at full levels difference. Underdog bonus experience. Bonus experience for kills and assists on a higher level champion has been slightly increased. At 4 levels difference, this adds about 10% more bonus experience. Yeah. Yeah. That's not good. That's like, it already hurts. If you throw a lead in League of Legends, it already hurts enough. I just feel like people aren't thinking as hard, and so this is just another way to just to build up that fucking slot machine. This is such a sneaky one. They just like snuck that in. I mean, it ain't sneak it in. It's in the notes, but like, that is not good. That is not good for the game. It just makes the game more of a slot machine because newbies aren't thinking about shit like this, dude. A super elaborate coin flip. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Call of Duty. Like, we were talking, it's funny because before I went into these patch notes, I was talking about Call of Duty and how I liked Modern Warfare 2. I loved Modern Warfare 2. I thought it was really fun, and I really enjoyed the game. And there was a pretty significant skill gap in it. You could argue because the maps had like good control points, and it was just a great game. It felt good to play. The skill gap felt all right for what it was. I mean, it was still, it was Call of Duty, but it was all right. And people talk shit about Call of Duty, it really wasn't that bad back then, right? And then over time, they made the maps, like, the map used to be like a designed map with control points and hot spots where people try to contest for position. And then over time, Call of Duty did this thing where those maps, like, picture a map with like a control point. Picture my hand as a map, right? And like they had the control points at the top of my fingers, and like you would have to battle for that and like control the locations. And then over time, the map turned into a donut, and every map just feels like a donut, and like you have no control, and there's always like 18 windows in every building, and like there's just no reliable way to control the game anymore. That's kind of the direction Call of Duty went, and just kind of pushed players like me that enjoyed Call of Duty and like made us like, no, not really interested in the game anymore. And it kind of turned the game into this like, you never really control it. You can't. They made sure you can't. And this is kind of the direction that that League is going, where it's like, they just want to make you feel like you can, like, no matter how shitty you are, no matter how dog shit you are, you can always just, you're one slot machine away from getting back and just undoing all the work that your opponent did. All the fucking prep, all the advantage that he gained. He fucking stepped on a Teemo shroom and died to Teemo, who's 4 levels behind him. Now Teemo gets to catch back up. Like, the fuck? Like, I don't know, man. I just think it's, I think it's silly. Good thing I'm coaching more. Good thing I'm coaching more. Turret First Blood. There's a fine line between working towards first turret gold. First turret is, there's a fine line between working towards first turret is a valuable goal and let's just always 5-man gang bot. In the name of bot lane feeling less like everyone's favorite karaoke joint, we're dialing back the first turret's benefit. That won't mean bot lane won't be pressured by other lanes, but we don't want the first gains from the turret to snowball the game quite so hard. That's fair. That's a fair change, I think. I'm close to quitting. Yeah, that's rough. It's like we talked about. Newbies, newbies are always going to bitch. I don't care about all this shit. Rotating game mode, blah, blah, blah. Wait. Do I get to play? Do I get to play Earth with you guys with the subs? Guys, sub, dude. Sub, because we're going to be battling some Earth. I tried really hard. Like, you guys think I was toxic in Korea? Just wait till we lose an Earth. Oh, I will rage. I will fucking ban the whole chat. That's the best part of League. I tried really fucking hard. I try so hard. In that mode, you guys have never seen anything like it. It's the nerdiest thing. I will ban the whole chat. They talk shit about my Earth game. I will ban all of you fuckers. Don't test me.